Good morning, all of you. Welcome to StudyIQ OPSC channel. Today we'll discuss 23rd May current affairs. And those who are online, I would request you, please share this session with your friends and relatives, those who are appearing for the exam. So this session will be helpful for them. Okay. So 23rd May, I hope audio and video both are working fine. Okay. So shall we start? Fine. Today's news: Indian scientists design fast charging sodium ion battery. Pandemic agreement, Polvaram project, Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project, INSB Kondinya. One-liner: International Day for Biodiversity 2025. Ban on the use of calcium carbide for artificial ripening of fruits. Inauguration of 103 Amrit railway stations. New species of butterfly in India, Euthelia malacana. Indian hosts the second Blue Talks, and net FDI falls 96%. Okay, so let's start. Apart from this, we have Odisha related current affairs as well. Okay, so Indian scientists design fast charging sodium ion battery. Let's see. Scientist JNCASR, the Bangalore, have developed a cutting-edge sodium ion battery. Sodium ion battery, just remember, sodium ion battery that can charge 80% in just 6 minutes. So fast charging. Fast charging. The aguru apna dekhte hue battery charge to houtla but quite slow. But since our lifestyle has been faster, so we also need fast charging because of, too much use of what we call digital devices. Delivered stable performance over 3,000 charge-discharge cycles. This innovation has potential to make India a global leader in energy storage. Okay, global leader in energy storage. As you know, a semiconductor ho, kimba jo mobile phone, cell phone manufacturing ho, China is something very significant position in the global supply chain. So what India wants, India also wants to Atmanirbhar or self-sufficiency in terms of that. So India is also trying to have a significant cell phone manufacturing position in the cell phone manufacturing supply chain. So with respect to that, it will help us to achieve that self-sufficiency. So ultra fast charging, 80% charge in just 6 minutes. It is 10x faster than lithium ion battery. So presently or currently, जो battery हमें use करूँ छे, that is lithium ion battery, and this sodium ion battery is something you can see 10x faster than the current lithium ion battery. Ideal for electric vehicles. कारण electric vehicles रे जो गोटे problem था कौन कि we need fast charging. जब the petrol या diesel अपना immediately fill kale and then you can start driving. So similar kind of facilities we need with respect to EVs, then only the trust on EVs will increase. So it will definitely help us to increase the trust on EVs, drones, emergency backup systems, etc. If you see, the longevity and durability maintains capacity for 3,000 plus cycles, reducing cost in the long run. That means discharge and charging, it will be for 3,000 times. So that increases what we call the longevity or duration and reducing the cost. Okay. If you see the safety, unlike lithium ion batteries, there is a negligible risk of fire or overheating. Nashikan based design ensures thermal stability. That means overheating हुए केते बड़े यदि charge होते हुए समय overheating हमारे chances अच्छी. So that is the reason sometimes we have seen in the news that battery exploded, cell phone exploded. So such kind of risk is very negligible or minimum जो कि overheating हुए नहीं through the process of charging. And if you see the indigenous technology, use of Indian materials such as sodium, indigenous technology, sodium use करा जाउची, aluminium use करा जाउची, which are abundantly available in the country, sodium and aluminium. Okay. Technological innovation, Nashikan structure, optimized crystal structure for faster movement of sodium ion, both cathode and anode. Okay. So optimized crystal structure for faster movement of sodium ions both cathode and anode. So that is technological, and your technology use hoji through that process. If you see the nano engineering, surface area increased by reducing particle size. Surface area increased, thereby accelerating the movement of ions. Carbon coating improves electrical conductivity, and aluminum doping ensures structural strength and long-term performance. So these are few technological changes that we have seen with respect to that, which will help us the faster charging, okay, and 3000 times of charge and discharge. Potential application, first hochi electric vehicles. Electric vehicles, fast charging will accelerate EV adoption, or people will start using more of EVs because trust will be there. Renewable energy storage helps to stably integrate solar and wind power into the grid. Okay, so solar and wind through Ruby we can use, or we can charge our devices. Rural electrification, low cost, durable batteries make it possible to deliver power to remote areas. Defense and space, high security power solutions in drones and satellites, that can also be used. Now, many EV category, they are simply thinking of what battery exchange. That means gotis same battery ko, it's not required to charge it. Suppose just you reach somewhere and again you have to come back. Okay, so you can exchange that battery from any dealer or something. So similar kind of arrangements they are making, but ye bhi jati hai gala fast charging. So at least 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes you can halt, and then again it will be charged for another 100%, and then you can come back. So these facilities definitely will improve the EV market. Importance for India, self-reliance or self-sufficiency. Dependence on lithium imports will be reduced, which can lead to saving of 5 to 10 billion US dollar per year. So lithium is something which is what you call rare earth material, or the raw materials which we are importing from China and other Southeast Asian countries. Once the sodium ion battery will be developed properly, then our dependency or our reliance on this import will definitely come down. Employment generation, boost to battery manufacturing and recycling industries. If you see the climate goals, contribute to reducing carbon emission or fossil fuel burning hoji, that will also be reduced. Step towards goal of net zero by 2070. So NDC re jo amara determination achi, we are committed to make the net zero by 2070. So we are trying to achieve, or we can achieve through this innovation. Next, pandemic agreement. If you see, World Health Assembly adopts historic pandemic agreement to make the world more equitable and safer from future pandemics. 78th World Health Assembly of WHO has formally adopted world's first pandemic agreement. Just remember, pandemic agreement that has been announced by the World Health Assembly, which was held at WHO. The agreement provides a collective framework to strengthen global health security and tackle future pandemics. आपण जानिथिबे जो NATO गोटे संस्था अछि, आपण जानिथिबे NATO, नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ट्रीटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, US led organization, but जो वेस्टर्न यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में अछन, they are members of it. Okay, सेमती आपण NATO को काउंटर करे कि USSR came with this another set of organization जार ना थला वार्सो पैक्ट. सो जेमती सपोज ब्रिक्स आपण देखिबे, ब्रिक्स, okay, BRICS देखिले तो एमती you will find more such alliances or more such block आपण देखि परिबे और groupings देखि परिबे. Now purpose कोन, NATO रो जेमती purpose होची collective security. NATO रो purpose होची कोन, collective security, because US and its allies, they feel a threat from USSR. So that's the reason during the Cold War time they formed this NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Recently Sweden, Finland, these countries that have joined NATO, and Ukraine was trying to join the NATO. USSR attacked, or Russia attacked the Ukraine. Similarly, BRICS जदि आपण देखिबे, BRICS basically an economic bloc, जेमति Brazil, Russia, India, China is so developing or emerging countries you can say, and they are economic bloc basically to counter the hegemony of US led western countries. जेमति World Bank, IMF आपण देखिबे जो माने I mean US and its allies रो signal रे माने कामो करूचंदी या instruction ने कामो करूचंदी तो obviously developing and emerging countries are not comfortable with respect to that because any such help they need from these kind of international institutions more often conditions are imposed on them. So they decided let's develop a parallel system जोटा कि हमें ओवर डिपेंडेंसी होबा नहीं कहा ऊपर वेस्टर्न लेड जो आपनकर इंस्टीट्यूशंस अछि. This is another dimension. Now let me tell you, if you see with respect to health or any such pandemic, the pandemic we have seen during the COVID time, जो जगह भी हमारा collective या कोऑपरेटेड मैनर या कोऑर्डिनेटेड मैनर जो रिक्वायरमेंट थिला एक्शन या आपण देखियो सेतले डिप्लोमेसी चलिथिला वैक्सीन डिप्लोमेसी काफी डिस्कस होउथला कि वैक्सीन डिप्लोमेसी रे डेवलप कंट्रीज शुड डेवलप कंट्रीज हेल्प टू द डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज और नॉट. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स गोइंग ऑन ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम. तो व्हाट आई wanted to make this point or what I wanted to highlight कि जेमती कलेक्टिव सिक्योरिटी को नहीं की अच्छी जेमती इकोनॉमिक एस्पेक्ट रो ब्लॉक तैयारी होउची या ग्रुप ऑफ कंट्रीज तैयारी करूचन सेमानक भितरे ग्रुपिंग होउची. देयर इज नो सच रिलेटेड टू दिस पैंडेमिक और हेल्थ इंस्टेंसेस. केवल गोटे वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अच्छी एंड सम हाउ सी भी कहा ऊपर डिपेंड करूची दिस मेंबर कंट्रीज ऊपर व्हाट दे आई मीन US led western countries जो माने कारण से माने they are funding these international institutions. Whatever they want to do they can do that. तो no, what we need at this point of time, COVID such pandemic learned a lesson to us. Yeah, we learned a lesson from that scenario कि हमें गोटे pandemic agreement या we need a cooperation or coordination with respect to handling or tackling pandemic like situation जेमती हमें कोविड टाइम रे देखिथिले. सो दिस इज फर्स्ट ऑफ इट्स काइंड आपण कहि परिबे जोटा कि पैंडेमिक एग्रीमेंट बोली कहा जाउची. लीगल स्टेट, दिस इज द सेकंड इंटरनेशनल लीगल एग्रीमेंट अडॉप्टेड अंडर आर्टिकल 19 ऑफ द WHO Constitution. WHO Constitution Article 19 International Legal Agreement. The first agreement was the 2003 WHO Framework for Tobacco Control. So Framework for Tobacco Control was the first such kind of agreement and this is the second one, but first in terms of pandemic. Okay. Objective: strengthen epidemic prevention, preparedness and response. Prevention, preparedness and response, these three aspects. So we need to strengthen prevention, preparedness and response. And second aspect is coordinate with the international health regulations. Coordinate with the international health regulations. Okay. So these are few legal status and the objectives. Now key provisions: one health approach linking human, animal and environmental health. Okay, one health link approach, the everyone is connected, be it animal, be it human being or environment, everyone is connected. So we need to take care of all those things. Pathogen access and benefit sharing. Pathogen access and benefit sharing in the sense, so जेमती हमें चाइना कौन कला हमें we suspect कि China was making a biological weapon. Okay, biological weapon, and it was leaked from the laboratory and then it spread. तो ये जो जिनसे अच्छी कि if it is true, then is this is kind of a threat to the humanity. Okay, it's not only a threat to any such enemy country, India हो किंबा US हो इमान को पाई, it's threat for everyone. So what we need to do if such instances happen, जदि किसी एमते होची, so if any country gets to know about such pathogen or any such virus or something, they need to share this data with the other countries as well at the global level as well. So that is the main objective behind this. So countries will share pathogen samples and genomic data. Pathogen samples and genomic data. Pharmaceutical companies will provide 20% of vaccines, drugs to WHO for emergency supply. Okay. Strengthening global health supply chain. The vaccine once a country is developing a vaccine, so it's the duty of the country to share the technology or methodology to develop this vaccine with other countries as well, so that they can also develop. Or similarly, if one country is producing vaccine, then it's the duty of that country to supply this vaccine to other countries as well. right? So global health supply chain, developing sustainable financing mechanism. Sustainable financing mechanism, specifically those developed countries, they will help us with respect to the financial aspect, okay? Implementation process, the agreement will enter into force after ratification by 60 countries. So 60 countries jodi ratify karibe and then will sign this, tapare setaku kona ho came into force or effective ହେଇପାରିବ. Intergovernmental negotiations are ongoing on the PAVS system, which will be finalized at the WHA Assembly or World Health Assembly in 2026. So 2026 it will be finalized. That is the PAVS, Pathogen Access and Benefit Sharing. Okay, Polavaram project. PM Narendra Modi chaired a high-level meeting with the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Odisha, Chhattisgarh to discuss issues related to the Polavaram project. Key themes: water sharing, rehabilitation of displaced person, addressing environmental concerns. So this topic is important for our mains exam, that is the interstate relation. I think you know syllabus re achi GS paper 2 re interstate relation. So this is an important topic for us. Rehabilitation and financial issues. The Andhra Pradesh government has set a budget of 55,000 crore for this project, including 100% financial assistance from the central government. And Andhra Pradesh is now part of the coalition government, number one. Number two, Andhra is kind of newly formed, Telangana jadio newly formed state. Andhra to purana thila, but main jinsa hoji Telangana Hyderabad ku negala. I mean the capital of Andhra Pradesh, which was generally Conway. I mean the Chandrababu Naidu government, when he was chief minister earlier, he quite, I mean, what is Hyderabad all about? Credit goes to Chandrababu Naidu. So there's a similar kind of, I mean, city they want to develop. So now they have started developing the Amaravati, the new capital of Andhra Pradesh. So this is what they are demanding fund or money from the central government. So 100% financial assistance. So far over 48,000 displaced people have been claimed to have been rehabilitated, but local groups have raised objections over lack of transparency. Technical progress. The Kanfur Dam construction has been completed, but the main dam height has reached to 45.5. The total target is 54 meter. A world record of 32,315.5 cubic meters of concrete has been poured into the spillway channel. Okay. Political dispute. So the technical progress achi, but they want to make the dam's height of 54 meter. But political dispute is जो तीनोटी state with dispute कौन होची देखो ना हम खास करके ओडिशा रा कौन main concern. Telangana and Odisha have raised objection over water flow, environmental impact of the project in their states. So almost 200 plus villages, the Polavaram project height को या overflow करे water, तो Polavaram project by 200 something villages are in threat with respect to this. So this is the first concern of Odisha. Chhattisgarh has raised question over the interstate sharing of Godavari water. जेमती आमो सहित छत्तीसगढ़ रो महानदी को नेकी अछि, सेमती गोदावरी अछि छत्तीसगढ़ और आपनकर आंध्र सहित. Key features of the project: location West Godavari district, Andhra Pradesh on Godavari river, Polavaram project. Irrigation 4.36 lakh hectare. Power generation 960 megawatt hydropower. And drinking water supply to 28.5 lakh people. Water transfer of 80 TMC 1000 million cubic feet of water to Krishna river. World record spillway with 50 lakh cubic water discharge capacity. Okay, spillway. Yes, spillover जो टाइम में कोचे overflow जदी हुए. Okay. Next. Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project. The Justice PC Ghosh Commission, just remember, Justice PC Ghosh Commission is proving alleged financial and administrative irregularities in the Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project in Telangana. The project is one of the world's largest lift irrigation schemes and cost over 1 lakh crore. Okay, the project is one of the world's largest lift irrigation schemes and cost over 1 lakh crore. Project overview. Location: Bhupalpalli district, Telangana, confluence of Godavari and Pranahita rivers. Objective to provide irrigation facility in the drought prone areas to ensure drinking water, industrial water supply, benefit 13 districts of Telangana. It is a lift-based project where water is lifted to a height by pumps and distributed. So lift irrigation project. So it is used for the or lift kara jaye, motor pumps सहित lift करा जाए to a height by pumps and then it is used irrigation ପାଇଁ drinking water. So generally we जोटा कमे को ना multi-purpose use. So सेटा को use करा जाउची Kaleshwaram lift irrigation. Lift irrigation system, water is lifted using pumps instead of gravity. Water is raised to a height over 500 meter in 20 plus stages. 1800 plus kilometer long canal network. Major structure, Medigada barrage, Annapurna barrage and Sundela barrage. Godavari rivers and its tributaries. Godavari is known as the South Ganga or Ganga of the South. जो peninsular river अच्छी अपन करो, Godavari is considered of the South Ganga. Okay, length 1465 kilometers, second longest river in India. Origin Trimbakeshwar, Nasik, Maharashtra. Tributaries को मने Pranhita, Indravati, Manjira and Venganga. मन रखते बेटा को Pranhita, Indravati, Manjira, Venganga. These are the important tributary जोटा शाखा नदी हमें कूचे. Largest tributary of Godavari, that is 34% of drainage share. कोटा Pranhita. Confluence of Vardha, Penganga and Venganga rivers. Confluence of Vardha, Penganga and Venganga rivers. Okay, Pranhita river. Controversies and investigations. Allegation. Budget overspending rising from 80,000 crore to 1.2 lakh crore. So overspending will cause excess of allocated budget. Irregularities, environmental clearance and land acquisition. Technical defects, risk of flooding and structural damage. Investigation. The investigation is being conducted by the Justice P.C. Ghosh Commission. Okay. Sometimes they ask this one-liner question. P.C. Ghosh Commission has been set up for which of the following? INS B. Kondinya. 21st May 2025, Indian Navy formally inducted unique handcrafted craft named INSB Kondinya into its fleet at Karwar Naval Base in Karnataka. Stitched ships are made by joining wooden planks and coconut coir. I mean, this one is stitched ship जोटा अच्छी जोटा को induct करा जोची काली भी हमें discuss करूँ जोटा ancient time रे theory करा जाई थला. INSB Kondinya, the first stitched ship, okay, will be inducted in the Navy. So use करेगी wooden planks and coconut coir and natural resins. It is an ancient Indian shipbuilding technique that does not use nails. Conta use हो नथिला. Okay, only rope या stitch करके कोरथला. The ship is reconstructed model of 5th century ship inspired by an ancient painting from the Ajanta cave. तो Ajanta cave रे जो 5th century रो painting जो अच्छी, that has been inspired from that. It is constructed using completely traditional technique and raw materials, bringing to life the reality of shipbuilding of that era. It was built by artisans from Kerala, led by master shipwright Sri Babu Sankaran. The tripartite agreement was signed between the Culture, Ministry of Culture, Navy and Ministry of State in July 2023. The keel laying took place on 12 September 2023, launched in February 2025 by Minister of State, CPR Goa, Udi CPR Goa. Maiden voyage will undertake trial voyage in the Arabian Sea from Gujarat to Oman. Technical design challenges with no surviving blueprints or physical remains. The design was redrawn from two-dimensional artistic painting of the Ajanta cave. So obviously there are remains gudika to nathila. So first it was two-dimensionally draw karagala 2D picture, and then it was constructed. The project combined archaeological interpretation, naval architecture, hydrodynamic testing, and traditional craftsmanship. Ajanta caves. The caves are located in the Aurangabad district of Maharashtra. Aurangabad district of Maharashtra. and are cut into steep rock on the left bank of the Waghora River. They were built between the 2nd century BC to 5th to 6th century AD. Ajanta caves, famous for the painting, mural painting. Okay, so we have this foundation batch Aarambh, and this Aarambh foundation batch होची आपनकर English and Hindi. English जोटा में कहूँ Aarambh foundation batch English and Hindi. Okay, तो जो मैंने हमरो YouTube रे अपना देखो तेरे StudyIQ PCS और OPSC, so they will teach in this particular batch, and admission closing is 31st May. 22nd to start ही जी, just yesterday it was started, and its admission closing on 31st of May. Okay, so if you use this code J in live, you will get the maximum discount. Similarly, Paripurna batch, again the foundation batch, whereas it is English and Odia. English and Odia, and again if you use J in live, you can get the discount, and batch just started. Okay, if you want to join, you can join that if you are to prepare for the upcoming exam. And this is again Abhyas Test Series batch, 25th of May the batch is starting. Anyway, one-liner current affairs, International Day for Biodiversity. Just remember 22nd May is celebrated as the International Day for Biodiversity. The theme for 2025, Harmony with Nature and Sustainable Development. Harmony with Nature and Sustainable Development is the theme of International Biodiversity Day. It is in line with the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework 2022 and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Okay. 1992, the Convention on Biological Diversity is adopted at the Rio Earth Summit, CBD jota mein koche. 1992 re Convention on Biological Diversity, it was adopted in Rio Earth Summit. The first Biodiversity Day is observed on 29th December, and in 2000 UN moves it to 22nd May as the CBD was adopted on this day in 1992. Jehetu Convention on Biological Diversity was adopted on that day, so now from 2000 onwards, 22nd May is celebrated as the International Biodiversity Day. Ban on the use of calcium carbide for artificial ripening. आपने देखी थी जो फल गुड़ी को पाची बापाई दिया जाए, and this is the season for those mango, jackfruit ये सब गुड़ी को पाची बापाई दिया जाऊँगी. FSSI, the Food Safety Standard Authority of India, has launched a nationwide campaign to stop the use of calcium carbide. Okay, use of calcium carbide. Objective: to curb the unauthorized practice of artificial ripening of fruits, which poses a serious health hazard. Legal provision: the use of calcium carbide is completely prohibited under the FSSI regulation. Health risk: releases acetylene gas, which may be carcinogenic, cancerous, can cause neurological problem, abdominal pain, vomiting, skin irritation. Okay, तो ये कैल्शियम कार्बाइड जोटा अछि सेठू को गैस बाहरिबो acetylene, which is carcinogenic in nature. Neurological problem be abdominal pain, vomiting and skin irritation. Inauguration of 103 Amrit railway station. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated 103 Amrit railway station through video conferencing. The stations are located in 86 districts of 18 states and union territories and have been developed at a cost of 1100 crore. Amrit Bharat Station Yojana, 1300 stations have been renovated with modern facilities. The new stations have been built keeping in mind regional architecture and passengers' amenities. So this is New India's new railway stations. All those state-of-art facilities or modern facilities will be provided at the railway stations for the better passenger experiences of the travelers, or better passenger experiences, number one. Number two, if you see the themes of the stations, it will be constructed on the basis of the local heritage. Okay, local heritage and architectural जो significance अच्छी ये सब जिनस आपणकर अमृत भारत स्टेशन स्कीम माध्यम रे को प्रमोट करा जाउची लोकल कल्चर को भी प्रमोट करा जाउची न्यू स्पीसीज ऑफ बटरफ्लाई इन इंडिया यूथेलिया मालाकाना discovery site Arunachal Pradesh first recorded in India classification earlier considered a subspecies of Euthelia adonia but now recognized as an independent species. Distribution mainly found in the Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Thailand and Indonesia. Significant, the discovery extends the known distribution area of the species to the Indo-Australian region. Okay. India hosts the second Blue Talks. India hosted the second Blue Talks dialogue to advanced global marine conservation goals ahead of the United Nations Conference on Ocean. Okay. India hosted the second Blue Talks dialogue. Just remember, Blue Talks dialogue to advanced global marine conservation goals ahead of the United Nations Conference on Ocean. The event was organized by the Ministry of Earth Sciences in collaboration with the embassies of France and Costa Rica, New Delhi, a multilateral dialogue platform that brings together governments, scientists and private sectors and civil society for sustainable ocean management. Objectives: accelerate progress on SDG 14. So life below water or the marine life को conserve and preserve करेवा को पड़ेगा. Enhance global collaboration with marine research, education and innovation. Build global consensus on ocean conservation ahead of United Nation Conference on Ocean 2025 जोटा कि फ्रांस रे कंडक्ट हवा को जाउछि. So India hosts the second Blue Talks. Blue Talks in the blue in the sense marine life. Blue Talks. Okay. Net FDI falls to 96% in the financial year 2025. The net foreign direct investment in India crashed by over 96% to 0.4 billion from 10.1 billion a year ago due to higher repatriation and outward flow. And this data has been released by the Reserve Bank of India. Now, if you see the gross FDI in terms of gross FDI or total FDI is increasing, but net FDI is decreasing. Then what is this net FDI? Net FDI means the amount of FDI inflow or coming to our country and the amount of FDI going from our country. Okay, because Indian companies have also started investing in other countries, and foreign companies have also started investing in our countries. So FDI inflow and FDI outflow, तार जो net जोटा अछि सेटा को हमें net FDI बोली कहूचे. Notable in financial year 23, the net FDI was 28.0 billion. India is increasingly positioned to function as a connector country. What is this connector country? Let me tell you. That can become a key intermediary in sectors such as technology, digital service and pharmaceutical. So connector country in the sense ki India is considered as the mediator. India is considered as a mediator. Mediator in the sense, India is used, for example, as a country which can help us in terms of what? Technology, digital services and pharmaceutical. Okay, so these industries, in fact, यदि आपण देखिबे टेक्नोलॉजी सॉफ्टवेयर टेक्नोलॉजीज कंपनी जो अच्छी या फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनी अच्छी, they have started investing in other countries as well. So that's the reason we call India as a connector country, connecting with other countries with respect to these sectors. Odisha news. संजीव देखंतु जति कि आपन को पीडीएफ दिया जाउछ ना, तो अराउंड जब देखिबे 30-35 पेजेस रो टोटल पीडीएफ रहउछ. 10टा 15टा पेज तो से क्रिएटिव बैच क्रिएटिव देन अदर जिनस रहउछ एमसीक्यूज ए सब रहउछ. तो 30-35 जिनस रहउछ तो डेली यू कैन डू दैट कि आपण ताकू टिके फिल्टर करि परिबे जति कि फिल्टर तो आम चेष्टा करूछु करबा पई आपण आउ ताकू फिल्टर करि परिबे आफ्टर द क्लास वंस यू रिवाइज दैट यू जस्ट अंडरलाइन ओनली दोज और हाईलाइट दोज इंपोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स सो व्हेन यू गो फॉर द सेकंड रीडिंग एंड अगेन डू दैट I mean only read those highlighted points not कि सबू पढ़िबा दरकार आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट तो जति कि हाईलाइट करिवे फर्स्ट जेमति वर्तमान आमे डिस्कस करूचे किछि जिंस को अधिक एम्फासाइज करूचे किछि जिंस को कम एम्फासाइज करूचे फ्रॉम देयर यू विल गेट टू नो कि दिस इज इंपोर्टेंट फॉर मी सो एटा को हाईलाइट करिवा दिस कुड बी आस्क्ड सेटा को पुनी तले रिवाइज करिवे ओनली दोस पोर्शंस यू नीड टू स्टडी नॉट द होल पीडीएफ ओके तेणु नोट्स फर्दर बन के टाइम वेस्ट करंतु नहीं यू जस्ट रीड फ्रॉम दैट पीडीएफ ओनली ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट एडवाइसेस comorbid patients amid rising COVID cases. Current status as of May 2025, Odisha has reported no active, but kali apna dekhithibe yesterday one case has been identified. Precautionary advisory: despite absence of active cases, the Odisha Health Department has urged individuals with comorbidities to remain vigilant due to a resurgence of COVID cases. Focus on vulnerable groups: elderly individuals, those with chronic illness such as kidney disease or cancer are advised to wear masks and avoid crowded places. Variant monitoring: the JN.1 sub-variant, just remember now the wave is coming which is due to JN.1 sub-variant, a lineage of Omicron variant has not been detected in Odisha and is under surveillance due to its spread in other region. So one cases we found. Symptom awareness: common symptoms associated with JN.1, sore throat, runny nose, cough, fatigue and mild fever. The same symptoms achi. Testing and sequencing: any detected COVID-19 cases will undergo genomic sequencing to identify the variant, ensuring appropriate response measure. So treatment kemti karibe? So we need that genome sequencing. Public communication: the government plans to issue public advisories if the situation escalates or receiving new guidelines from the central authorities. Preventive measures: citizens are encouraged to maintain hand hygiene, wear mask and seek early medical attention if symptoms arise, especially those in high risk categories. Odisha Adventure Tourism Drive policy finalization in May 2025. The Odisha government finalized Odisha Adventure Tourism Guidelines 2025. Adventure Tourism Guidelines 2025. What is this adventure tourism? Adventure tourism huji jemti rafting, mountaineering. I mean these are adventure tourism. Since we have enough what we call rivers are there, we have mountains are there. So rafting in Satakosia, hot air ballooning over the Hirakud dam, ये सब जिनसों को हमें adventure tourism करूँचे. So through this we can do youth empowerment. For example, tourist guide हिसाब रे सेमान को appointment दिया जाई परिबो. First, before that, we need to provide the skill, and after the skill, they will be certified as the official guide. Okay, private sector participation, so investment can also be increased because those companies, those are dealing with those services. So tourist they will also involve. Infrastructure enhancement bhi hi paribo. Safety and sustainability is another factor, and regional economic growth is another dimension. Odisha's 180-day maternity leave guidelines policy update. The Odisha government has issued comprehensive guidelines standardizing 180 days maternity leave for female government employees applicable to those with fewer than 2 surviving children. Okay. Maternity Benefit Act 2017 जदि आपण देखिबे, so as per Maternity Benefit Act 2017, this guidelines has been issued by the Odisha government. Leave flexibility देखो, eligible women can avail the leave starting 3 months before the expected delivery date up to 6 months post delivery, either continuously or in phases. Post childbirth employment: women who join government service after childbirth can avail maternity leave until their child turns 6 months old. 6 months पर्यंत पिलार से पर्यंत छुट्टी नहीं परिवे से. Special cases in instances of miscarriage, stillbirth, and infant death within 28 days of birth, employment entitled to 42 days of leave. If the death occurs between 29 to 120 days or 14 days of leave is granted. So any such mishappening occurs to say case re bhi leave diya jauchi. Medical facility requirement, childbirth must occur in recognized medical facilities. That means institutional delivery ko promote kariba pai, not the home delivery. Promotion during leave, if an employee receives a promotion during maternity leave, her joining report is considered effective from the date it reaches the appropriate authority. Okay. Surrogacy provision, the policy extends 180 days maternity leave to female employees who become mothers through surrogacy and 15 days of paternity leave to male employees, similar circumstances. So surrogacy bhi jodi hoji 180 days ro leave for the mother and 15 days for the paternity and the father. Uniform implementation, these guidelines aim to eliminate ambiguity and ensure consistent application across all government departments, supporting health, welfare, both mothers and children. Okay. Low pressure over Arabian Sea likely to intensify. Formation of low pressure area is cyclonic circulation. The east central Arabian Sea and adjoining coastal areas of North Karnataka, Goa is expected to develop into low pressure area within the next 12 hours. Potential intensification, जोटा कि low pressure intensify ही के सदा cyclonic storm रे convert हो, okay? And cyclonic storm रे convert हला परे, it will create the cyclone. While there is no immediate threat to the coastal areas, the India Meteorological Department warns a rough sea condition, particularly affecting regions like Raigad, Ratnagiri, Mumbai, Pahalgad between May 22 to May 24, Arabian Sea. Effect on Odisha, experienced significant rainfall with Jharsuguda recording 55.4 mm. Kal Baisakhi warning has been issued for 13 districts. Monsoon onset, it will definitely faster, or it will make the monsoon little bit faster because of this low pressure condition. Odisha measures curb bureaucratic overreach in cabinet meeting. Agenda circulation, cabinet agendas are now mandated to be shared with ministers at least 2 working days prior to the meetings, with notices circulated 5 days in advance. तो वर्तमान कैबिनेट डिसाइड ହେଇଛି कि जो ब्यूरोक्रेसी रो जो पावर को थला ता कहबा कोले कर्टेल करा जाय केमती ना कैबिनेट जो एजेंडा अछि नाउ मैंडेटेड टू बी शेयर्ड विथ मिनिस्टर्स at least 2 working days prior to the meeting. Ministers मानक सहित शेयर करा जिवो and 5 days in advance notice circulate करा जिवो. Ministers are to lead the discussion, not the departmental secretaries. ठीक अछि. Cabinet meetings reinstating their primary role in decision making process. So people's represent का ना अगर जो government थला, the bureaucracy was more powerful. Now the government जो बने representative of people, they will become more powerful. Department secretaries will attend cabinet meetings only when their expertise are specially required. That is, when expertise required, then only they will be allowed to participate. Only the chief minister, minister and secretary to the cabinet are permitted in the cabinet room. Rule alignment, these changes align with the Odisha government rules of business part 3, emphasizing ministerial responsibility in the cabinet deliberation. Okay. Implementation, the new protocols were put into effect during the cabinet meeting held on May 14, 2025. Let's MCQs. Scientists at CASR, Bangalore have developed a state-of-art sodium-ion battery that can be charged 80% in just 6 minutes. It is ideal for electric vehicles, drones, emergency backup system. Answer करो first. फटाफट. आंसर सी है वो, किसी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ठीक. ओके. नेक्स्ट. 78th World Health Assembly of WHO was formally adopted, the world's first pandemic agreement. First pandemic agreement. The agreement provides a collective framework to strengthen global health security and tackle future pandemics. Okay. Again, C have answer, both 1 and 2. Kallesuram lift irrigation project is located on Godavari river in Telangana, become world's largest multi-stage irrigation project. Okay, it is the world's largest, obviously largest, no, one of the largest quasi. In this project, water is transported from higher to the lower elevation through an extensive canal network by gravity only. It's not gravity, it's by using the pump, okay, pump set. So neither one nor two. International Day for Biodiversity observed every year on 22nd May. Theme Harmony with Nature and Sustainable Development is in line with the coming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework. Okay, framework and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So answer is B, only two. India hosted the second Blue Talks dialogue. To advance global marine conservation goals ahead of the United Nations Conference of Ocean. Event was organized by the Ministry of Earth Sciences in collaboration with the embassies of Russia and Costa Rica, New Delhi. Which later Russia nathile, France thile. Okay, so answer would be only one. Clear? Next देखिए Next Uchi, Odisha has reported multiple JN1 subvariant Omicron has been detected in Odisha. The health department has advised individuals with comorbidities to remain cautious. यही हिसाब रे तो question B ही होबो कारण already detect हेई सालानी case. Okay, तो एटा जेहेतु updated माने ई case हवा पूर्वरु न्यूज़ टी तेणु सेही हिसाब रे 3 only होबो. Next, which of the following statement correctly describe Odisha's government's new maternity leave guidelines? Maternity leave for 180 days can be availed by women employees with fewer than 2 surviving children. The leave can only be taken after childbirth. Women who join government service after childbirth are not eligible for maternity leave. So only one is correct. Okay. Cabinet meeting देखिए cabinet meeting. एटा होची आपनकर mandating that cabinet agendas be shared with the ministers, allowing department secretaries to lead Purna system eta, restriction cabinet room attendance to only chief minister, secretary, permitting department secretary to attend all cabinet meetings. So answer is 1 and 3 only. Okay. Next, Odisha Adventure Tourism Guidelines. They aim to develop adventure tourism opportunities in all 30 districts of Odisha. Guidelines exclude private sector participation. Private sector को promote करा जाउची. Training certification program for the local youth. So answer is B, 1 and 3. Same question, but author repeat it. 1 and 3 एटा. Low pressure system देखो तो cyclonic storm. First one, the system is expected to intensify into cyclonic storm. IMD has issued a direct cyclone warning. Direct no hai. So answer is again C, 1 and 3. Okay. Now this is mains question. What is the significance of the inauguration of 103 Amrit railway station under the Amrit Bharat station scheme, and how will it impact India's railway infrastructure, passenger experience? Discuss the role of foreign direct investment in India's economic development. Highlight the recent trends and challenges in attracting FDI. ये दुईटी क्वेश्चन अच्छी मेन्स रो ये दुईटी जगह लिखिबे. फर्स्ट करंट अफेयर्स रो क्वेश्चन, सेकंड होची आपनकर स्टैटिक रो क्वेश्चन. तेणु जदि संभव just try to write the answer. Okay, fine. So Aarambh batch ମୁଁ आपन କହିଥିଲି, ମୁଁ आपन just show करि दउची एटा. You can see here परिपूर्ण बैच भी अच्छी अपन हूँ परिपूर्ण बैच यार डिटेल अपन देखिपारे जाइए ओके 100 200 1200 plus hours of live lecture crux available in English one-to-one mentorship handwritten notes for quick revision special focus on Odisha specific topics compulsory English and Odia daily homework weekly current affairs session module wise test exclusive session for essay writing enrichment unlimited recorded classes 23 plus test ये हूँ आपंकर इंग्लिश एंड ओडिया बैच एटा एमार होचंदी फैकल्टीज विपिन सर मु अच्छी सरोज सर पुरुषोत्तम सर रजत सर शिवशंकर हाजरा सर मैडम अपूर्व सर तो इफ यू वांट यू कैन वॉच तो आपंकर डेमो लेक्चर हाँ सस्मिता हम कर देवी ओके ये रहा आपंकर सेमती आपंकर एटा भी अच्छी आरंभ बैच जोटा आपंकर ये आरंभ फाउंडेशन बैच ओके ये सेम देखिए 1000 प्लस आवर्स ये इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी क्रक्स मिले one-to-one mentorship handwritten notes special focus on Odisha specific topics weekly current affairs exclusive session पर essay writing एठी फैकल्टीज यदि आपन देखिए एमान होचन फैकल्टीज ओके एंड अगेन डेमो लेक्चर मु कहबी आपन थोड़ा जाई के डेमो लेक्चर को भी देखि के आसंत ओके डेमो लेक्चर so we'll see the difference and then if you want you can join kariba process is quite easy simple it is buy now and you will enter your mobile number OTP आसीबो देला परे 2 offers available आसीबो सेठी आपण एंट्री करिवे JN live code जोटा कि आपण को डिस्काउंट दबो ओके ये होची परिपूर्ण बैच जस्ट स्टार्टेड आरंभ 22 तारिख रु स्टार्ट होची 31st होची लास्ट डेट टेस्ट सीरीज भी सेमती हमर अछि प्रीलिम्स पाई ओके पीडीएफ आपन को एठी मिल जिवो फेसबुक रे इंस्टा मध्ये आपन फॉलो करि परिबे इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी इन डाउट यू कैन आस्क